Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. George, and this is Dear Doctor. I'll see you soon. And welcome back. Like I told you, my name is Dr. George, and this is Dear Doctor. Today, you obviously know we are talking of coronavirus. I've got my mask, I already sanitized my hand, and I'm keeping them to myself, not on my face, to myself. I'm not checking your hand today, and keep your hugs to yourself. Okay, now, what is this coronavirus? You must have heard several news, read a whole lot of stuff on the internet, heard of a certain outbreak in Nigeria by a certain immigrant. There's nothing that hasn't come through our gates these days. I understand your confusion, I understand the questions you probably have on your mind now, and this episode will be handling them. So, into the meat of the matter. COVID-19 is one of the group of the corona series. It consists of SARS, MERS, and COVID-19. COVID-19 is one of the deadliest of this group. Yes, they all belong to the respiratory system, and that's where the symptoms emanate from. These symptoms include a cough, a dry cough, catarrh, malaria, fever, and of course muscle weakness. Ultimately, it spreads to other parts of the body, and if it is not attended to, it is certainly leading to death. Yes, and that is why there's such a scare, because the mode of transmission seems to be airborne. I say it seems to be airborne because it is not entirely airborne. Okay, if a carrier sneezes or coughs, mucous substances are spread into the air, which eventually settle. They are not carried all over the air. If not, a lot of persons will keep inhaling it and dying. Yes, so they get to settle. That is why we want you to be very, very cautious of what you touch with your hands, surfaces you touch with your hands. That is why we keep emphasizing the sanitizing, the washing of your hands. You get the picture now. Very good. That's what you get to experience. And you notice that this is a little bit different from the normal cough and catarrh, because COVID-19 has an incubation period of 2 to 14 days. Within this period, your normal cough and catarrh should have left. Of course, when you pop a pill and you get to take care of that one, but it doesn't take care of this COVID-19. In fact, the person develops fever, high-grade fever eventually, there's muscle weakness, there's phlegm, all of that. Please, as much as you can, stay away from people coughing and sneezing openly. We will talk about what you can do to prevent yourself from picking up any of these infected mucous substances from an infected person or a suspected case. First of all, this. You see this? See this stuff on my face? You need one. You saw the hand sanitizer I used the first time? Yes, you also need that. And ultimately, you have to wash your hands regularly. I cannot overemphasize the importance of washing your hands. You would not know the degree of protection you get from washing your hands. What do you not do with these hands of yours? What do you not touch with these hands of yours? Practically everything. We touch, we take functions, we work with these hands. In fact, these hands get to meet and interact with as much bacteria as we probably have in our body. Yes, that much. So, if you keep up with the practice of washing your hands as often as you can, you will protect yourself from a lot of possible infections and ultimately COVID-19. When I return, I'll be glad to take all your questions and all the suspicions you have had about COVID-19. It's a very interesting topic. I'm thinking this would even have a second episode. I'll see you soon when we return. And welcome back. I almost took a sneeze. Don't mind me. Okay, now I'm looking at a series of questions that has been posted by various viewers as regards coronavirus and certain things that bother them. So one of my viewers is asking, how long does it take for the virus to die when it's outside the body? Well, generally viruses do not survive that much outside the body. They don't. So there is a medium in which the virus is thriving. When the person took the cough or sneezed, it came with some mucous substances that settled on a surface and would quickly dry up, and of course the virus would also get terminated on that exposure as that mucous environment it is thriving in dries up. But then you don't even know who has been to a place, how long ago they left, and you can't even see some of these mucous substances because they can be very, very tiny. You really cannot see them. You would rarely suspect that there's anything on that surface and you place your innocent hands on them. I understand. So please maintain the culture of washing your hands, sanitizing your hands, and you definitely would beef up sufficient prevention against COVID-19. Another viewer of mine is asking that she heard that heat prevents the virus, the COVID-19. So hot places are uncomfortable for the virus. Interesting. Maybe we should just, set fire and practically live in the fire. No, we can't do that. Viruses survive in human bodies, whether it is in a cold place or in a hot place. If it has a host, it is definitely going to thrive and cause as much havoc as it possibly can. So it has nothing to do with a hot place or a cold place. The virus will survive so long as there's a human host. Yes, it will. Now, there's also this question about beards. That is a challenge, a huge challenge for all my beard gang people. Well, what can we do? The challenge there is this. Those beards that you have higher capacity of picking up things from the atmosphere. If someone who is sneezing or coughing is beside you, your beard is like an extra face that you have that is going to collect from the air what he has dropped before they settle. And so it's just advised that within this period, until we get a complete control on this, why not just, take out the beard? You're not taking out your life. It's beard, it will grow back at some point. And that's it. I don't think it's a huge deal. But that's the mechanism for which you're being told that your beard increases your chances of getting infected. That's the truth. And remember, in this period, you're not supposed to be reaching for your face as often as possible. As much as you can, reduce contact between your hands and your face as much as you can. Wash your hands often, sanitize your hands often, and reduce contact, because in a little while you have to touch your eye, touch your nose, touch your mouth, and all these places are channels through which you can introduce the virus should you have picked it up. Yes. One more person is asking, masks, do they really protect or prevent? Well, there's a thing about these masks, like the one I'm wearing. Not even everybody needs to wear a mask. Yes. If there's a suspected case, the suspected patient is supposed to wear a mask to reduce or stop infection into the atmosphere. That's one. The healthcare personnel who is taking care of this suspected or confirmed case is also required not just to wear a mask, but a full protection gear. Yes. Also, if I have a cough or a sneeze, even if it is not confirmed, even if it's the common cold, the common cough and catarrh that people have, I am meant to wear a mask. I'm doing a demonstration today, although I'm a health worker, so I'm wearing a mask. That is the reason why you should wear a mask. If I feel sick with these things, I shouldn't go to work for days, at least between 2 to 14 days, and make a report to the hospital, who will ultimately make a report to the NCDC, the National Center for Disease Control, so that I get tested and checked, and then the person can be confirmed to be negative or positive. Finally, another viewer is asking about alcohol. There is nothing I have not heard of. Chloroquine, garlic, alcohol, oh Lord. Well, you need to understand this. If any of these things could have solved the problem, you would probably have heard of it before you even thought about it. It would have been broadcast globally and you would have heard about it, and it wouldn't even be this much problem. Do you know how many persons take alcohol on a daily basis? Or you think you take alcohol more than the Chinese? Hello. Alcohol does not in any way prevent you from picking up coronavirus. I understand that alcohol as well is an important part of the hand sanitizer that we use, but it doesn't mean that drinking alcohol will some way find itself to your respiratory system, arrest all the coronaviruses and send them out of your system. That is not the mechanism via which alcohol can do that. So alcohol cannot do that. I've also heard people talk about chloroquine and garlic. If those things had any effect, believe me, they'd be way huger right now than the much you're trying to practice at home. So please, these are all fake information. They do not have any effect on COVID-19. And let me use this opportunity to talk to our merchants who have hiked prices of hand sanitizers and face masks. Why create a problem just because you want to make profit? Why enhance the possibility of infection because you want to make profit? I indulge you today. Consider your practice, bring back those prices to their normal prices. You don't really have to follow the economic pattern in this stage of this disease. Thank you very much, and I'm sure that you would listen and adjust your prices. Till next time when I'll get to see you again, I'm looking forward to your questions. I'm looking forward to everything you want to ask me on coronavirus. Like I said before, I'm hoping this gets a second episode because there's a lot we need to talk about this. Remain safe, wash your hands regularly, sanitize your hands, use a face mask, and you definitely will be safe. And that's all for now on coronavirus. For more updates, you can follow our social media handles now displaying on your screen. Of course, yes, you can. And I'm waiting for you. Subscribe right now. I'm waiting. Click it. Click the button. You know you want some more of this. So click the button, subscribe, ask your questions in the comment section, and we will follow up on whatever concerns you about your health. If you even suspect any case of coronavirus, kindly reach out to the National Center for Disease Control, numbers showing on your screen very soon, and they will respond to you. Thank you for watching us today. I'm looking forward to see you tomorrow. Subscribe. I'm waiting. See you soon.